Very good evening. This is the PNGTV Live News Bulletin. I'm Belinda Kora. President of the Papua New Guinea Football Association, David Chung, has resigned from his position effective immediately. Chung resigned from the PNGFA following his resignation as president of the Oceania Football Confederation and senior vice president of FIFA on the 6th of April on Friday. Quintin and I'm here with this update.
You do this.
David Chung, who became president of the Papua New Guinea Football Association in 2004, took the decision to resign after much deliberation, citing personal reasons. Senior Vice President of PNGFA, John Gonjuan, extends his gratitude and thanks Chung for developing projects for PNGFA. These include the National Soccer League, Under-19 Youth Development Project, instrumental in pushing for 2 slots for OFC in the FIFA Youth Champions, and bringing the Under-20 Women's World Cup to PNG.
He resigned as the president on his own accord. It wasn't influenced by any of the executive members from PNGFA or nor the OFC. He resigned at his own accord. So we respect his decision, and PNGFA will be moving forward.
Gonjuan explains that to ensure good governance and accountability at all levels, PNGFA Executive Committee will follow the regulation of PNGFA and comply with the process of electing a new president. This will be done during the Congress meeting in 2020.
Currently we have 8 members and 5 associate members. We are working with those people who are outside of PNGFA or those people that are not affiliated to PNGFA. We've invited them, as I said, to communicate with the PNGFA Secretariat so that they can be able to rectify whatever issues that they have, and then they can be able to come back and join the football family.
Meantime, Gonjuan will be traveling to Auckland, New Zealand in October 2019 to attend the OFC Executive Committee meeting to elect a new president of OFC. Quintin and I'm at PNGTV Live.
A pastor in Port Moresby has been arrested for illegally forging a title for a piece of land. This was confirmed by Lands and Physical Planning Minister Justin Kachinko in a press conference this afternoon, stating his signature was forged in the process. Festus Maganup with this report.
And that's why we're finally finding out who these people are.
The Minister for Lands and Physical Planning is serious in weeding out corruption within the Lands Department. Over 400 complaint cases are being scrutinized by the department's newly established Fraud and Complaints Unit in close collaboration with the police. The first arrest, he confirmed, was made today. A pastor who illegally obtained a title for a particular piece of land, forging the minister's signature in the process.
They have now officially arrested a pastor that goes under 3 or 4 different names for illegally forging an original title.
The minister says this is just the tip of the iceberg, one that will surely implicate officers within the department.
They forged my signature as well as other documents as well, for a piece of land that he has no right to have whatsoever. This land has people settling people settling on this land already, plus it's currently gone under the meetings of the PNG Lands Board, so it's currently in process.
Minister Chachenko is adamant all cases be assessed within his term of parliament. Festus Maganup, PNGTV Live.
NCDC continues to play a vital role in ensuring roads in the capital are well maintained. In responding to a story by the PNGTV Live News newsroom regarding the Vaivai Avenue stretch of road and Hono Street at East Baroko, Governor Powers Pakop says over the past 5 years, the Commission had spent 1.6 billion kina in total to build and maintain roads within the capital. Mr. Pakop says MPs in NCD have also been able to assist the Commission in the past couple of years as well.
In the last 5 years, I think member for Moresby South has been contributing a bit from his DSIP. Member for North West, maybe 1 or 2. Member for Northeast in the last term also contributed, but in a small way, like mainly in the settlement at 9 Morobe block, not really upgrading it to standard, but doing, some minor works. And also in Bushwara, we collaborated in Bushwara. But if you look at, for example, the road going into ATS, that's NCDC funded work.
He is aware that more needs to be done and has visited some of these areas over the Easter long weekend as well, including the Walala estate at Gerehu. When it comes to private developments like home ownership schemes, an MOU needs to be in place to maintain roads between NCDC and the developer. However, this was not the case in some areas.
I think in terms of the housing schemes, home ownership schemes, all these were not done. So we have a problem at New Guinea at Kanage Street. We have a problem at Nesfan, or before used to call it NPF compound out of 9 Mile. And we have that Walala estate. We had the same problem with Rainbow too. It was done as a private development. But I'm ready to sort that out. I think, whatever has happened in the past, we can forget about past and move forward. People live there, they're residents of the city, they are taxpayers too. So I've made a commitment to just get the NCDC to fix those roads.
Mr. Pakop has assured residents that contractors are working on a schedule to fix and build roads required by taxpayers within the capital. One contractor is currently working on 55 roads within the capital, but depending on the availability of logistics, this will take time, and the governor will also prioritize on ensuring they speed up efforts. The Catholic Church of Papua New Guinea will be hosting one of its biggest meetings this month from tomorrow until the 17th of this month, led by the Federation of Catholic Bishops' Conference of Oceania. The FCBCO is expecting to have 106 participants, 84 of which would be from within the Oceania region, 4 Papal ambassadors, 8 secretaries from different regions, and 10 international representatives of partner agencies. Florida Golaseni with this update.
Good.
The Federation of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Oceania is made up of an independent and autonomous bishops' conferences of Australia, New Zealand, Pacific Islands, and Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. It uniquely functions to provide an avenue through which member conferences can share their interests, insights, experiences, and concerns.
Conference here is important because we will address some very important issues about our regions, and we will have also important people coming to be with us, and also to give some understanding into the issues that we have. We'll have some sharings into them.
This year, the discussion will be in line with the theme Care for Our Common Home of Oceania and the Sea of Possibilities.
Speaks about caring for our planet, our environment. And right now at this time we are experiencing a lot of issues that concerns our environment. We have been hearing about recent happenings here in Papua New Guinea. We have the volcano in Kadova, in Wewak area.
Cardinal Sir John Ribat said the meet will also enable members of the conferences to be more aware of each other and formulate joint pastoral action on matters of mutual interest, with the theme, with special focus on sea, marine issues, and seabed mining.
If we talk about the marine life, we have not exhausted studying and understanding the different species of life in the sea, in the ocean. We have not come to that yet. And we are only, from time to time, we are only moving towards understanding the life in the ocean, in the sea, the marine life. And we are connected to that.
He added that other agenda items will include the Manus Island refugees, West Papua, and climate change, and this would also be a great opportunity for Papua New Guinea to showcase itself to the world and as much as possible to work on finding possible solutions to these issues. Florida Gulaseni, PNGTV Live.
You're watching PNGTV Live News Bulletin. More after these messages. Welcome back. You're watching PNGTV Live News Bulletin. Concerns over the credibility of foreign medical doctors who are currently working in Papua New Guinea was raised on the floor of Parliament today by the member for Wabek, Dr. Lino Tom. He was questioning the Health Minister, Sir Puka Temu, on even the process used by our government system to ensure medical doctors who are joining the growing health sector are prioritized on improving people's health. The member during question time highlighted concerns raised by the medical fraternity.
Mr. Speaker, lately a lot of complaints of malpractices and poor patient management have surfaced from a lot of people, as well as medical professionals, especially doctors, about the quality or caliber of doctors who are practicing mostly in the private health sector in our country. Mr. Speaker, it is a strict requirement elsewhere in the world for doctors to be properly accredited, to be able to work in foreign countries.
Dr. Tom says we may have one medical study facility, including Divineward University, but there are also students who are traveling to overseas to study medicine and returning back to PNG to work. He is concerned that a set standard should be in place in accrediting medical students to treat our sick patients.
I'm asking the Good Health Minister if we can start a process of independent accreditation so that we can ask all the foreign trained doctors to actually go through that accreditation process so they can be properly accredited before they start practicing in this country.
Dr. Lino also questioned the minister to allow for a proper accreditation of current foreign practicing doctors in Papua New Guinea. Health Minister Sir Puka Temu says he is aware of these concerns and work is now being done to review the country's Medical Board Registration Act, which should address this concern.
Now with the State Solicitor for Assessment and Clearance, and hoping that in the next sitting of Parliament, I will be able to bring this completely reviewed medical registration law, which will include what many countries are practicing throughout the world, and that is that foreigners sit for a board exam before they are given the license to practice in their country.
Galvin Health Center on Karkara Island in Medang Province was built close to 70 years ago and is now a Level 3 recognized health facility. During question time this morning, the member for Sumkar, Chris Nangoy, questioned the Health Minister why this well-placed facility cannot be elevated to a Level 4 facility so it can be able to serve close to 80,000 people on the island instead of being referred to the Modilon Hospital in Medang town. Mr. Nangoy says the medical center is currently operating and even treating patients for HIV and TB. The MP says in order for the hospital to reach Level 4, major renovations are needed.
New building of infrastructure and essential hospital parts like operation theater, delivery room, emergency room must be upgraded. Need for more staff, example, dental and eye nurses. Need for boat or marine ambulance, for referrals to Mereng Modilon Hospital. All other health centers on Kaka Island are currently closed.
In response, Health Minister Sir Puka Temu says he will immediately look into this issue.
And so first thing I will do immediately, Deputy Speaker, is I will get my standard officers to visit the health center immediately, and they will put a report to me to make sure that we immediately are upgraded to a Level 4 hospital, supporting it through the budget that we have at the moment, because I think it deserves that attention. It's a big facility, it serves a big population, and it has a very good history. So I can assure the Honourable Leader from Sumka that both of us will work together, but the standard officers will go, give us a brief, and two of us will have a conversation on how to progress it towards its former glory days.
And it's day 6 of the 2018 Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, Australia, and as PNG athletes better lead out to take as many medals as they can, our weightlifters have so far united PNG in its continuous effort to bring in medals since day one. With our citizens in full support for Team PNG, Sunday's victory by our very own weightlifter Stephen Curry snatching gold and breaking a new record sparked more love and support back home in the city. Florida Gulaseni with this update.
PNGTV Live took to the streets today to hear what you had to say.
Big plus support from people stop on to play. We play much through some athletes were ultimate medal finish.
I know other people, most athletes winning medal in weightlifting. They should have the big gym in there to help the community.
Me must all athletes blame me, especially all weightlifters. Lo side blow le me must apart lo narplol athletes me like him all pulling socks block on top.
Me must lo to play HB and brother to play winning gold medal logan. At least I've named Lundol PNG side gold medal.
I think that weightlifting is the only sport that is currently PNG athletes are currently getting gold. We'd like to see other sports as well.
Also perform lo na play game, but now go lo play a big play game tamlo lo Gold Coast. Me must also come back na PNG me proud lo.
Our aim is to be in the top 10 medal tally, so we want to be in the top 10, so I'm encouraging all the athletes to do the very best.
Meanwhile, member for Moresby South, Justin Tichenko, in his Facebook post in support says, and I quote, "A commitment was given nearly 5 years that once Hubert Murray Stadium was completed, it would be a dedicated area for PNG weightlifting. So weightlifting will be finally recognized with a state-of-the-art weightlifting center. Even though I am not the sports minister anymore, I was determined to finish this stadium and couldn't have achieved this object without the full support of the Prime Minister and the Governor." Unquote. Stephen Curry did his country proud by snatching gold on the day 4 of the 2018 Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast in the men's 94 kg category. In second place sees Canada with a total of 369 kg winning a silver, and in third place India with a total of 351 kg taking out bronze. Curry has marked down in history, winning the Pacific's first gold medal of the Commonwealth Games with a record-breaking lift on the Gold Coast. Defending the men's 94 kg weightlifting title he won in Glasgow, he lifted 216 kg in the clean and jerk, shattering the Commonwealth record by 6 kilograms and the Games record by 11 in the epic finish. Breaking the record, the lift gave him a total of 370 kg, taking out his Canadian rival by 1 kilogram. Curry's victory also secured a 100th Commonwealth medal for his coach Paul Koffa from the Oceania Weightlifting Institute, with whom he shared an emotional embrace after snatching that gold.
Paul Koffa has 100 medals!
Florida Gulaseni, PNGTV Live.
Keep watching PNGTV Live daily for all the action by Team PNG at the Commonwealth Games 2018. You're watching PNGTV Live News Bulletin. More stories after these messages. Welcome back to you're watching PNGTV Live News Bulletin. To some sporting news, and Tower Insurance has come to the aid of Netball PNG by providing insurance cover for the PNG Peppers attending the Regional World Cup qualifiers from the 17th to the 22nd of April in Auckland, New Zealand. Chair of Netball PNG, Ms. Julian Leka, says the sponsorship is very timely and they are grateful for the generosity of Tower Insurance Limited towards the PNG Peppers team. She added it has been a challenge over the last couple of months trying to secure funding for the team, and so such support by Tower Insurance gives our team hope and confidence to persevere in their quest to qualify at this regional event. The PNG Peppers are ranked second in the Oceania region and 17th in world ranking. The team departs PNG on the 13th of April and will undertake a few lead-up matches in Australia and New Zealand before competition starts on the 17th of April 2018. Countries also participating in this event include Fiji, Samoa, Cook Islands and Tonga. And the Port Moresby Corporate Volleyball Competition went into round 9 of its competition this weekend. President of the Corporate Volleyball Competition, Alfred Vaitai, says each weekend's competition has seen teams coming in with new skills and techniques. Florida Gulaseni with this update.
The competition has been a success from round 1 up to round 9 last weekend, with corporate houses participating with the aim of creating awareness on healthy living. In Pool A of the men's competition, PMNEC has been maintaining their title since round 7 and 8 and looks and plans to remain as so till the finals.
And POMGEN running third from the 12 teams. In Pool A women, we have Dentons, POMGEN and BPNG leading the comp. Dentons, the lawyers are actually leading.
He added that the women's pools have been a great improvement and seen round 9 of the competition tough for most of the teams on the ladder. Round 10 of the competition for the women will be a battle to watch.
Pool B, we have ANZ leading the comp with PNG Air and Digicel 1 with CPL 1 also following up on the ladder. And in the women's category, Westpac, ANZ and NEC are leading the comp for Pool B.
Ika says the teams leading the competition in round 6 have been fixed, claiming their spots for the last 2 rounds.
And POMGEN running third from the 12 teams. In Pool A women, we have Dentons, POMGEN and BPNG leading the comp. Dentons, the lawyers are actually leading.
This coming weekend, the teams will enter round 10 of the competition with just 2 more rounds before the finals, where they will see the teams compete in separate pools in 3 divisions for the Cup, Plate and Bowl. He further called on interested corporate companies to show interest as they look forward for their upcoming 3rd season. Florida Gulaseni, PNGTV Live.
And that's where we end the PNGTV Live News Bulletin. More at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Join us then. And keep watching PNGTV Live daily for all your updates on the 2018 Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. From myself and the news team, it's good night.